program. You can check them out here on Ironic Radio Network. 8-Bit Bros. That's number 8. Then bit. Then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page and a much better live show. Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m., Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
Oh, what up, people? Welcome back to another episode of the 8-Bit Bros. It is number 400. With that being said, this is not a kid-friendly show. Adult language, adult content. Oh, do the right thing, people. Put your kids in the closet.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that can be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. What are you, crazy?
All right.
Oh, how do you like that, buddy? How's that feel?
Oh, God.
How's that feel?
I'm listening to 8-Bit Bros.
Oh, wait, whoa, wait. $400. That's like a milestone, a landmark.
I'm listening to 8-Bit
Something.
Bros.
First off, right off the bat, we like to thank everybody possible for making us here for 400 episodes. WBLZSports, WBLZMedia, IroniqRadio, New Media Studio, New Media Comedy. I guess I got to thank Ren for bringing me along for this ride.
I was like, and us, we think
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, and Thump, thank you for joining in very, 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 very early on. And as always, to our newest 8-bitter, J7, Jessica.
I was like, are they going to get to me at some point? I do show up periodically.
Wow, there's that millennial attitude.
Thank you to everyone who has made this possible.
There's that millennial attitude. What about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about me?
What about me?
Nobody cares about you. Learn it now. Life will treat you a whole lot better.
She was probably in the kitchen bitching, going, I got to make this drink. They don't have it pre-packaged already.
Actually, I'm really enjoying learning about making drinks. I've purchased a book about it.
Another book? Which one?
It's called Meehan's Bartender Manual.
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
It's awesome. It has all this really useful info. It even shows you how to set up your own home bar if that's a thing you want to do.
Sure,
I know
sure.
that I want to enshrine my liquor that way, but that's just me,
We got a buddy of mine down here that's got the shrine of enshrined liquors at his house.
I
bet I know that person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was in a guy's basement the other day. One of Kehoe's friends.
Baskets, lotions, puppy dogs?
Dude, he's got a full-blown fucking bar in his basement. It's a man cave.
No.
Full-blown bar.
I was thinking some real Silence of the Lambs type shit.
Yeah, I know you were. I mean, he's got a cabinet with all fucking hundreds of shot glasses and another cabinet with all beer glasses in it, and then his rack rails and his speedwell. A speedwell. Who the fuck speedwell in a
How
home
often does he entertain them?
I was gonna say my
Johnny
person.
does.
I was like,
Well,
my
yeah.
person I know. It's a shrine to liquor. It literally
Yeah.
is.
It was nice. Got 2 beers on tap,
Yep.
shit like that. Mad selection of course, he's a whiskey guy, so he's got like fucking 36, 38 different whiskeys.
It's
cool.
hilarious. And you now have your own. You have your own Jandal now nearby.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, everything you said is like kind of exactly the same. Does he also have a wine chiller?
I don't know. I didn't go behind the bar.
Yeah, because Jandal and them got the wine chiller, the double tap, keg, aerator, the full bar with speed rails, and all of the stuff to make all of the different things. The shot glasses, the overhead, like everything so far, like it is virtually you've got a Jandal up there.
And Ren, for you, I tried really hard to steal some shit out of his cabinets because he's a Packers fan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's got some nice memorabilia in there too, which was cool. But 400th episode, Jesus Christ! If we were baseball players, we'd be Hall of Famers.
That's insane.
Right? 400 fucking episodes.
Yeah.
And you know what? When I was in the kitchen making my drink, I had the mic turned off because I didn't want it to pick up all the shaking and stuff.
Sure.
But I could hear the music, and I'm like, oh man, this sounds super epic. Like the show, it sounds like we're about to do something amazing. It's gonna be like, I don't know. There's like ghost hunting or something. There's gonna be, Happy Gilmore or something happening.
Ghost banger. Yeah, I just had to do that. Come on, we know every show is epic. Look at her little tiny glasses too. It's so cute.
This is a coupe glass. It's actually the recommended glass.
For what? Leprechauns?
No, for this, but like usually for like for like martinis or anything that you want to keep cooler, but you don't want to put ice in.
Right.
It's these glasses. So, I have way too many cordials right now. I went out of my way to find green chartreuse and maraschino liqueur, and it's taking up a lot of cupboard space right now.
Yep, they're all necessities.
Yeah.
Drink more.
Wow, there are a whole bunch of new features in Skype again, huh?
Yeah, I'm in a weird featureless stage of Skype right now.
Oh, you mean like I was a couple weeks back?
Like when I got rid of I have to add anything I want to add. They don't, like if I choose a background effect, like I can blur image or I can add my own type of things, but...
Oh, you don't have the canned backgrounds?
No.
I didn't even look to see if there was an update.
Usually if there's an update, it won't let me even open it. So I'm pretty sure I have the latest one.
Yeah,
I'm running the beta, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd automatically get it if it was one for you. I didn't get one this week. I got one last week. I don't even think I've updated my Xbox to that rolled out yesterday, right?
Oh, the update?
Yeah, I don't think I did that yet.
I don't know. I think I'm on. I have it do it like background. I have it.
So did I. And then one day I go in there and it says you have to update 11 games. Meanwhile, right there it says background update everything.
Yep.
But then you have to go in and update 11 games.
That's insane. You know what? I don't know if this is true for you, but I think for me, if I don't play a game for a certain amount of time, it falls off the list. It doesn't get updated anymore. Oh my God, what's going on with your background?
And I think that's exactly it too, because there were games and there was like World of Tanks, and I haven't played that in I don't know how long. Warframe, I haven't played that in I don't know how long.
Mm-hmm.
The PUBG one, I don't understand why that didn't go in, because I do play that from time to time.
Yeah.
It's Call of Duty, Division. I don't even play the fucking Division.
Division had good ideas. It was cool.
I played with Ren and we never played.
I had the same thing happen to me. I had like a group of 3 people who I was supposed to play with, and we played like one weekend, and then we all were like, whatever.
Oh, wait, what was it? What was that other game we bought?
I bought it because it was, in my opinion, we all like playing war games together.
Right.
and it was the same premise essentially as Destiny on how you build a character.
Yep.
Right.
So I was like, oh, Web could get signed up for this. I'm already so far behind the 8 ball on Destiny. Like, screw it. Let's start a new game here and play a war game like we used to play, Bad Company 2.
Mm-hmm.
And dive into this, and we can just roll it out, play as we go. And it never happened.
Yeah,
then there
that
was
happened with
our
that game.
Left 4 Dead version of a game that we all got together and played one time.
Well, we played a couple times. What game was that? I can't remember the name of that game. It wasn't bad, but it was buggy.
Let Thump look in his Steam.
Yeah, it was buggy as all hell, if you remember.
It's not my Steam page. It would be on the console, wouldn't it? Or was I cross-play?
I thought you played
No,
it.
that was
I thought
console.
you were cross-playing that.
There was no cross-play then. That was console. And J7, what the fuck were you doing in Destiny the other night? Were you running an alt character?
Yes.
I
created a Titan.
I know. I peeped you out, and I'm like, I was rolling with googly eye, and I peeped out your character, and I'm like, yo, Goog, what the fuck is J7? She's wearing all blue shit.
Yep. I'm a struggle Titan right now.
I was like, bitches running around like 12:05. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Titan.
it's So my two other friends, one of my boyfriend's usually a Titan, and my other friend's usually a hunter, and I'm usually a warlock.
The lock.
But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna create a new character. And my boyfriend suddenly started playing as a warlock. His warlock was weak. His warlock was like 1140 or some nonsense like that.
Why don't you just take all your weapons off your main and put them on your alt?
I did some of that. I gave my...
You had no time to explain it. 12:05 or 12:11. I peeped your character out because I even said to Goog, I said, why doesn't... what's your main? You got to be what, 12:30?
No, my main is like 12:10. 12:10.
Yeah, she's slow poking it.
Yeah, I'm not holding on for her anymore for Destiny conversations because we're 4 weeks into this game now.
But what are you doing that got you? Did you do the raid?
Only the first part of the raid because you can go in there and get the chest solo.
Oh yeah, I heard that too. That's pretty much
I
the only
haven't
thing.
dove in there at all into the raid, but I mean, I'm a 12:45, and all I've done is like Europa content and Gambit.
Yeah, I'm getting my 1250 drops now. I think I'm like a 1248. No, 1250. I'm a 1253, and I think after this show is over, I'll probably be like closer to a 1259, since I can finally buy fucking materials. That prick was selling everything I couldn't buy yesterday because she needed shit from planets that don't exist anymore.
Yeah, they're doing that on purpose. They're doing it so that you
use it.
They want you to use it because
like me went around to every fucking planet and just force fed people. Here you go, Asher Mir. Here's fucking 10,000 coin. Shove this shit in your face. Eat it.
Yeah, but what am I gonna do with that stuff? It was all weak shit. Like I couldn't use it.
Oh yeah, but you break it down for the materials.
Oh yeah, that's my hunter currently. The one in general chat there in Slack.
Yeah. I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what he's sitting at currently. And then my warlock's a 1219, and my titan, I haven't even started him. He's a 1285. I mean a 1085.
1085.
Yeah. I haven't even started him. I haven't even went in and done like the first mission with him yet.
I can get to my character from Bungie.net, right?
He does have a duality on him.
How do I do that?
Duality. I love that.
I got 3 of those things now.
So good.
Yeah, fucking duality. I know. So well, they give you 2 right in the season pass.
Yeah, you get 1 just for playing the game, basically, and then you get another one later, like a more powerful one. At like level 50, ever 35 on the season pass.
I can't remember.
Yeah, 35.
Yeah.
Character on Bungie.net.
You can't. You don't have the Bungie. Do you have the Destiny app on your phone?
I'm on my computer.
Oh, okay.
And that shit's on my tablet. I don't use my phone. I use my tablet.
Okay.
I use DIM on.
Yeah, DIM.
Chrome
That still works.
Yeah, it still works.
I remember
Yeah,
when
the
I still-
browser extension, I still got it up there. It's a website officially now, but
Yeah.
I still have the
Mhm.
browser extension button for it.
It's interesting because they don't give you a tab for your character. My clan, right off the bat. Hey, go.
Mhm.
Where's my Where's my character? That's what I wanted to get to.
Oh yeah, directly
So,
through the
like-
website.
There it is.
But yeah,
1259. I am a 1259.
Yeah, content-wise,
That's
they've got a lot of shit.
There's so much going on. I really am loving it right now.
It's really great the way you
Yeah.
through the campaign to get the base storyline, and then more shit happens along the way as if
Yeah.
it's still going on, even though
Mhm.
you've gotten through the storyline, you've got your new super, you've got your first bits of it, your grenade, your fucking wall, whatever, your well, whatever the case may be. And you're like, okay, well, how do I open up the rest of my shit? It's not like the old one where you just go run this mission and you do this and you do that and
Yeah,
here's
all
some
your
points.
shit's here.
Yeah, here's some points towards your tree. No, not this time around. It really makes you grind for it. I mean, this week we get what, 2 more aspects to make 6
Yeah.
now? I think it's 6. If I can load my character because I have them all so far.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, my character right now, like I said, 1259. It's almost fully built. That's 1259, so that's really what? Take 12 off of that, or is it 13 now? So I'm like a 1245.
Mine's a plus 10 right now, currently, according to DIM.
Yeah, I think I'm a plus 13. You can get to plus 20 this year.
Yeah, I think I'm like +7 or something like that right now.
Okay, where is it? Again, item manager, right? Destiny item manager. Authorized with Bungie.net. Fantastic. Yeah, but I'm really like the way shit happens. Haven't found the penguin this week. I don't know if anybody has, but I have not found the penguin this week.
I found the penguin. It's in well, this is very vague, but it's in a cave in Europa. You probably have it already.
That's the first.
That's the first penguin.
That's the first.
Oh, okay.
The second one is off to the left of the map where you go. You don't have the map in front of me.
In the Braytech Industries area?
No, I'm sorry, not the left, the right.
Okay.
Through the abyss and into that area, and then go to the right that way once you get all the way through. And right before you get into that room where you have to kill the mini boss, one of them brinks that drops in. Before you get in that room, you go on the other side of that wall and you have to drop the stasis wall, and the penguin's there. The third penguin, it took me a while to try and find out how to get it, and then I finally had to look it up. But that dude on Europa in the fucking in the tides, who with the scorch cannon.
You'll have some time tomorrow?
Yes. You kill him.
I want to get together with you in Discord so you can actually show me where that second one is, because I am very confused by what you just said.
If I can load the fucking map here, I could tell you exactly where it is, but saving latest Destiny info is all I'm spinning here. The guy with the scorch cannon, you kill him, you take the scorch cannon, and you run over to where the lost sector would be. And you don't go in the lost sector, you go around the wall, and there is a frozen piece of ice that you shoot with the scorch cannon, and voila, third penguin.
Oh, interesting.
It made no sense why there was only one fucking enemy in this entire planet with a scorch cannon.
The guy that keeps respawning back there in that.
Yeah, over by where you would go up to get the Reese Reborn. So you kill him, and then you go over to where the I think that's Bunker 15E Lost Sector.
I know exactly where that is.
Okay, yeah.
That's the Lost Sector with the Braytech service. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I love that one. That one's really cool.
If anybody hasn't found their shards, I can help you with that, or you can just look it up.
Yeah, I was going to say I've got all of them.
Yeah, you can look it up. I found all of them except the very last one without looking it up. And that's the one that's in the fucking Braytech, suspended in midair. Like you would never look that way. Kind of like the one in that Lost Sector where, for some strange reason, after I killed the boss, I looked up and I'm like, well, that's a fucking shard up there.
It was like it's like the Eyes of Savathun. Remember that? That was crazy.
And there's something, and I wish I had one of you guys with me. In one of the Lost Sectors, an old one, after I complete it and clean up all my shit, all my glimmer and all that crap, I can hear something jingling, but I can't find it. I cannot find it for the life of me. And I don't know if it's another one of them fucking Akamara's bones, or this is not loading at all.
Ahamkara's bones.
Yeah, the bones of Akamara. They're all over the place on the moon.
Ahamkara.
That's what I said.
You said Akamara.
Yep.
Exactly.
And he's going to continue to say it.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. It's one he's stuck to.
Let me see if I can bring up the Europa map here. And there it is. Okay. So what I was talking, you fucker. Where'd that go now? What I was talking about Thump. Where's the map?
Hold on.
Okay, so yeah, the second fucking penguin, you go over to the Abyss and then into what is that, Nessus? And then you travel through Nessus, and what's next after Nessus? Whatever, you go into Nessus, you go all the way through, you get to the point where it splits left and right, and you go right. And you follow that trail through there, kill all that shit, go through that door over there, kill the shit in that one, and before you go into the next one, there's the penguin.
I see. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. So I can do that. That's cool.
It's not that hard to find it. Just know where you need, where the roundabout I'm talking about. It's probably one of those where you would drop the wall to continue on with the strike or the hunt. So right before you go in there, there's like a little cutout on the other side, and there'll be a stasis wall that's up that you just walk up to and press the X button and then grab your penguin.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so cool. I'm pretty. So have you guys gotten any of the exotic armor yet?
I did my first fucking solo today and completed it. And then I did it again and completed it. And then I did it again and completed it. So I did 3 runs out of 9, which pissed me off. And I did not get the armor. As far as the Cloud Strike, last night was run number 16. No Cloud Strike.
Still no Cloud Strike, huh?
But I will say, that fucking thing will knock you off the map in Crucible.
Nice. It will. I mean, you have to hit someone with it. Kind of like the Jotun. The Jotun is like, if somebody gets you with that, they have to work for it a little bit.
What are you talking about? You don't have to work for it at all. It's got tracking.
It does, but you can see it coming.
Yeah, you could see the truth coming too, and you couldn't get out of the way of that one.
You can get out of the way of Jotun and truth. You just have to. You have to see it. You have to see it coming.
Well, that's the beauty of the truth is if you see it coming, someone doesn't know how to use that weapon. The beauty of the truth is just fucking latch onto someone and then look straight up in the air and shoot a rocket. That was like the best PvP weapon ever.
Oh man, do you guys really? Okay, so I've had various conversations about this, about the stasis being OP for
it is. OP.
It's not though.
It is.
It is.
It's not though.
Nuke the shit out of the Warlock.
They did nerf the Warlock, which I resent, but I still don't think it's OP. It's just different. Like we just haven't had a new subclass since Destiny 2 launched, and everybody's gotten used to playing these 3 subclasses, and now there's something new, and people are like, "Oh my god, it's OP!" Like, nah, just chill. It's just like you just have to figure. Plus, they made it so like I don't know. I think everyone's just learning. People were saying that if you got frozen that you automatically died. That's not true. You can get out of it. I mean,
not in a cruise.
Yeah, you can.
Well,
I've done it.
Yeah, but you've gotta have the opportunity to be able to do it where it takes well orchestrated. Like you're not going out there and running around a corner by yourself and getting frozen and getting out of it. You know, that's not going to happen.
No, you're not going to get out of it. But what I'm saying is the other person needs to shatter you. Like they need to do something in order to kill you while you're stuck.
I understand that. I understand how stasis works. It's OP though. It literally is, and the main reason it is to draw everybody's attention into the fact of being on the side of the darkness and how much power this brings to the game by adding darkness as a usable method for Guardians. It's intended to be OP right now in the measure that it is, where you wielding it eliminates enemies on PvE like it's nobody's business, and why PvP players feel that it is very much a nuisance in Crucible.
Well,
it's built that way to be that way, but it's temporary OP.
Look, it's OP.
But it's OP. It was designed to be that way.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I still beat people.
Well, I mean that's a thing. But when you go into an environment where you're using that to regulate like PvE measures, that's when you see the real power of what stasis does. As far as the enemy count. PvE. Oh, it's incredible. But that's why it.
It's broken when Trials has been canceled again.
I don't think that's why they canceled it. I think they canceled it because they found a bug where like you could fly off the map and turn invisible or something. Like
that's
something weird.
That's one of the reasons for why it's also because of people talking about this manipulation that is allotted because of what stasis has brought to the game.
Yeah, and
you compound
it's a different issue.
Yeah, you compound those issues together. They still are trying to figure out how to balance stasis against the other elements that it uses.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Like eventually, it's like okay, all right. Have any of you guys played fighting games before? I mean, I know you have, but like, have you played it like competitively in any way?
And it's not
every time I step up to a fighting game, it's competitively.
It wasn't a matter of people being able to get off the map and go invisible. It was the ability to bug out so you don't show up on the mini map.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. When I was a kid, I remember that when I used to play somebody, and it got really competitive, and I would figure something out, right? That was basically OP. And it would get everybody.
Yeah, it would trigger people. Like leg sweeps in games, how you used to get somebody against the wall in a leg sweep. It was an OP maneuver that was glitchy, cheaty as fuck. And people would go out on it.
It's like, but that's not cheating. It's in the game. If I can do it, you can do it. Figure out how to stop me and stop being a bitch.
Yeah, it's the first person who capitalizes on it. But that is the power of the OP. That the manipulation it offers for you to be able to go for that move and pull it off successfully, then you win. And that's what they're saying about stasis as a subclass right now, is people who are able to jump in and get their stuff first. Like basically you build an easy speed regeneration build that helps you get your grenades, helps you get your melee ability, which helps you build your super faster. The person who gets that build together is OP with the stasis class because they can stop you in your tracks from having any reaction whatsoever and gives them an upper hand. And that's where the problem lies in with stasis.
That I actually agree with. I think, it would, how do I put it? I don't agree whenever they nerf something that is OP
No, power balancing is a natural occurrence that goes on within the game, but this is something that, the game is built on the pretense that if you put these certain builds together, certain things will happen. And it's just like the Telesto is meant to be an uber badass weapon, but when it is allowed to, because of what it does, break other elements of the game, it's OP and it needs something done to it.
The blinding well.
Yeah, like the fact that it could 100% a blind well
break it
in 20 seconds, it was like, okay, this is a little dumb, and people are supposed to be in here for a minute and they're supposed to enjoy the time of the game. This weapon is OP because it is taking over this whole scenario, and it's just it's a temporary thing. Even though I still don't think you're allowed to bring Telesto into the blind well.
No, they fixed that. They
fixed it. Yeah, you can bring it now. Yeah. Wither Horde, they disabled the Wither Horde for like a good week and a half there. This week it came back.
Same thing.
Same thing. It's like
it's breaking the game.
Yeah, and it's
that
because
was mad broken though. That was broken.
No more broken than the Telesto or any other weapon that's been shut off. There's been quite a few over the time. I mean,
what was the old sniper rifle that the really OP one from Destiny 1?
The one that had the black nail perk on it.
No.
The one I accidentally broke down.
No, the red one.
What?
No, the red one.
That was from the raid, right?
No. No.
Is it the? It's not the Queen Breaker, right? No.
Destiny 1 had the unique sniper rifle, exotic, that everybody had to have.
Yeah.
And it was a red sniper rifle. It was not involved with any raid that ever. It was everybody could get their hands on it if you would do the quest for it, but
Black Spindle.
No.
Oh.
No. Or I would have been like, oh, it's the black one. No, that's the one by the end of it that everybody had to have. I'm talking about the fucking red fucking sniper rifle that had the scope.
FNG Spear?
No.
Wait, I'm gonna look it up because I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, you can look it up. I have every sniper rifle that's ever been right here.
Is it the No Land Beyond?
No, he said legendary, not exotic.
No, I didn't. I said exotic.
Oh, you did say
exotic?
Yes,
I did.
Then it was the Black Spindle.
No, it wasn't.
Because that's the one that had white nail on it.
I know which one you're talking about. I know what sniper rifle you're talking about. I know how OP that sniper rifle was, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Icebreaker.
That's it. The Icebreaker.
It's
the red fucking sniper rifle.
Year
year one fucking weapon. Yes, that's exactly what I said. I was like, year one weapon, red sniper rifle. It's the exotic.
Wasn't it year 3 that was the one that was fucking OP? The second time that weapon came back in Destiny 1?
Right. Well, it was a little OP the first time, but then it was like stupid the second time. Like that was the PvP.
Up to like a 31 impact or some shit.
Yeah, that was the PvP sniper rifle, and it took no time to fucking pop off on somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 31 versus 25 on impact, which you think wouldn't make a difference, but it did. But the big thing about it was the equip speed.
Right.
Yeah.
Originally, it took time to load the fucking weapon. When they came out with the second one, it was snapshot. That's it. You already fired a shot. You missed it because you blinked.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, you didn't see you shoot it, but that guy is dead because he didn't see you shoot it either.
Right. Equip speed on the second time around was a 1 versus the 40 it was the first time around.
Yeah. No, I'm not taking away any credit from the Black Spindle, which later is known as the Whisper of the Worm, but
yeah. I got my ass handed to me with that fucking weapon in Crucible the other night too.
With the Whisper of the Worm?
Yep, the Whisper.
Dude, it's amazing to see how many thorns. It's amazing to see how many thorns are out running around.
Sniper. The person who got you with that earned it.
Thorn? Oh, dude, there was. We ran a match last night. There were dudes. 3 guys had the thorn, 2 had the last word, and the other one was hitting me with a fusion rifle that fucking was not a fusion rifle. Excuse me, a pulse rifle that was destroying us in like two burst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some wild shit going on. It was
There's
weird to
some
see the thorn
craziness
back.
out there.
It was weird to see the thorn back the way it is.
I really want those exotic, what is it, the necrotic grip? Because apparently, of course, the meta is necrotic grip thorn. And somebody was like, hey, are you guys gonna nerf this? Because it's like crazy. And they're like, no, it's by design. Enjoy it. Like, yes, thank you.
Necrotic grip. That's
It's like a hunter. No, sorry, it's a warlock.
Warlock. It's not the one that gives you back super energy when you're standing in your well or some shit like that.
Necrotic grip poisons people. I'm not sure what the perk is. Hold on.
Yeah. I was just looking through my shit. I'm gonna see it here.
I'm just looking at the icebreaker.
Okay.
Oh God, we're all like, oh yeah, let me look at this weapon. Hold on.
The other fucking legendary sniper rifle that was dangerous in D1 was the Black Hammer.
Yes.
That's the one that had the white nail perk on it. That one was OP and broke the game for a bit too, if you remember.
Yeah. What? Oh, Grass of the Devourer. Yeah, it basically poisons people.
Yes.
And then if you kill somebody with it, it spreads the corruption to other enemies. So if you use it with the thorn, that's actually a really good combination.
Yeah,
because you're poisoning people, and then if you're killing people with the thorn, you actually get, oh wow, I can't wait for that. That's like very exciting.
I'm scrolling through images here, and all of a sudden I come across Webb's favorite weapon of all time.
Oh, what scout rifle was that?
The Vex Mytho class.
Oh, fuck you. What was my Dead Orbit scout rifle from D1? I can't remember what that was.
Yeah. But that was your sworn weapon.
That was everybody's sworn weapon because it came with god rolls. Everybody had it with a god roll.
Oh, that was, it was the one you could pick up.
Yeah. Well, you had to grind for it a bit, but the first one you got had the fucking god rolls on it.
Yeah, it was already what it was going to be.
There's a Dead Orbit.
I missed the Red Death.
One very similar to it. They'll bring that back eventually. I mean, I guess you could pretty much say they did bring it back with the Outbreak. It's pretty much the same weapon.
Yeah.
But the Red Death looked cooler.
People are using the shit out of the Monte Carlo right now.
Mm-hmm. PvP, yep. It's pretty good because you can still run your shotgun. Feldwinter's Lie. Especially with this new Titan slide.
I think we got Feldwinter's Lie because they pretty much they sunset the mountaintop. So that's like the replacement. Every time somebody gets me in Crucible with a shotgun, like 9 out of 10 times, it's the freaking Feldwinter's Lie.
Oh, but look, mountaintop is still a viable weapon because Crucible is not level balanced. The only time these weapons aren't going to matter is Iron Banner and Trials. Those are the only 2 game modes that are level power balanced.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But whatever. I don't want to be equipping something, bringing down my light. I'll just use something that won't do that.
Well,
I know that in Crucible that doesn't really matter.
That is such a perspective too, though. Like that most Guardians do take into accord. It's like I'm not equipping this thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly why they did it that way.
Why is 8-Bit Bros and 3 other guests calling me?
I don't know. There's Nerdcaster coming in.
As part of all of that.
I know. Can you merge that?
I'm going to try.
No, not supported.
Yep. No. Yeah, that did not work at all. So, Ren, get on your contact there and tell that person that they need to...
You know who that is.
Yes, I know. That's why I told you. Go ahead and tell him he needs to just dial Ironic or one of us. He joined that last call that was... It almost feels like it was a 250. There he is.
Okay, because I was just going to bring him in, but...
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a bit wacky.
You just called with the entire last call attached to you.
What?
Yeah, it was like we can't support adding all of those people to this call.
I can't stay too long anyway. I just came to say congrats on 400, you fucks.
Yeah,
man.
thank you, man.
Dude,
One of the OG.
You're the OG. You're here. The whole reason why it's still here is you.
Stop blowing smoke up my ass.
Hey, look, I said it earlier. I thanked Ren for making me part of this, and thanked Thump for joining in and coming along. And Joe, I mean, thank you. You're one of the reasons why we're still here at 400. I mean,
Well,
let's
thank
be
you
honest,
guys.
Be honest.
This is not a circle jerk fest, so.
No, but I kind of miss those days of being over at your place, recording.
Drinking massive amounts of beer until we get drunk and argue.
Yeah. Well, that same thing still happens.
Drinking 16-year-old beer.
8-Bit Bros has not changed a whole lot.
I think
in
I'm
400
still
episodes.
burping and farting that out.
Hey, we got props from the company, if you remember.
Yeah.
For drinking
we
it,
did.
at least. But yeah, what's up with you? How's Nerdcast going, bro?
It's on hiatus for the time being with everything that's going on. I don't really feel like saying COVID-19 100,000 times or going through political garbage a million times over. So I just put it on hiatus till January.
The political stuff is so hard to stay away from.
That's what I mean. So
we've always no politics, no religion, and no Great Pumpkin. But this year has been really hard not to have some sort of conversation about politics. It's fucking hard. I mean, and it's still hard when you read all this shit about, who this president-elect is choosing for his cabinet. It's like, okay, just want to talk about this stupid fuck, or wow, he actually picked somebody good and I really like this person, but usually it's stupid fuck, but he's got a few picks that are good, but it's just so hard, and the fucking elections aren't over. They're still trying to sue, and I mean, just stop.
Right? Could you chill out, go have a beverage or something?
Anybody else play Among Us?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. That sounds like a better topic.
It is espionage at its best.
I was playing that the other day with my nephews. It's pretty fucking cool. If you're the imposter, it's even, I guess it's funner. Is that the word? I guess it's funner.
Kind of why I can't stay. I'm still playing.
The most funds.
I don't know. I left my character dancing in the tower. Hopefully it'll still.
Oh my god, you're gonna get kicked out in 30 seconds.
No.
All right. Well then, congratulations. You guys have fun on 400. Enjoy.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Later.
See you later.
Bye.
Foster. Nerdcaster. Joe's been a good guy. Ironic kicked out.
You kicked him out. Jeez, you don't gotta be like that.
No, he did that to clear the other calls that were with it.
I see.
To try.
Okay.
Yeah, to try. I think he did good. Yeah, he did good. You got them all.
Nice.
Got them all.
So, guys, Osiris.
I'm not real happy that I'm over there with fucking Spider's lackey doing shit for him. Okay.
I don't know. I'm reading an article currently that's talking about finishing the weekly for him and things being said.
Things being said?
Go for it. Speak it.
Hold on, I'm trying to read.
Okay.
So I can tell you what things are being said.
Okay.
Can you give it to me?
Okay, so look up a fate worse than death. That lore is seemingly what we're getting here, and it's you come around the corner and you hear a loud metallic clang as Crow hurls a wrench toward his workbench in anger. He looks sheepish when he sees you and begins to tidy up. Spider's attitude towards these hunts is getting to me, he confesses. Said I'll try to reason with him.
Where's this lore on the website?
I'm currently reading it from Paul Tassi.
Oh, okay.
On the Twitter.
On the Twitters. Okay, I love Paul Tassi.
Mm-hmm.
He's on top. Let's see.
Why am I not finding this? Here. Oh no, that's all pointing me to divinity, not destiny. Why?
Yeah, that's why you just go to Paul Tassi.
I couldn't tell you who Paul Tassi.
When did he post it?
Here, I'll just...
Oh, I see it. I'm sorry, I found it. So it says, you come around the corner and hear a loud metallic clang as Crow hurls a wrench at his workbench in anger. He looks sheepish when he sees you and begins to tidy up. Spider's attitude toward these hunts is getting to me, he confesses.
General chat.
I've tried to reason with him that there might be a way to save the corrupted Elixni. He won't hear it. I know the Wrathborn are a threat, but I refuse to abandon these people to death, or a fate worse than that. They took me in, and they deserve better. Continue completing Wrathborn hunts to weaken Zero Wrath's forces.
Well,
okay.
That's probably, we all know there's only 6 of that fucking asshole shit, and there's 1 missing. So the Wrathborn hunt's definitely going to open something else up later on.
Yeah.
Because, like I said,
this goes.
Crow.
The theory behind Crow currently is that he still will become the next
Hunter Vanguard.
And that this is possibly why we're seeing the tower being rebuilt too, that these later events all culminate in a return to the tower with a reforming of the Vanguard as a full seat of power, potentially now being able to wield the dark and the light simultaneously as, again, are we the bad guys? The hierarchy of the universe, the Guardians.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the Strangers lore, though? It's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, the Strangers lore is very interesting.
Yeah, because when you wrap up the campaign and you get your stasis powers, she goes, "Hey, I witnessed what happened with this. It's inside of us. So you need to harness it and control it. Because I've witnessed a timeline where, we all kind of succumbed to it. And you were no exception." I was like, oh, shit. Okay. All right. I'll make sure to.
We know how the timelines. We know how these timelines and everything work because of what we know about Saint 14 and what we know about Osiris and his manipulation of the timelines with traveling through the Vex dimensional shit and the control he had over the ability to do that. And we know that with the development of the game moving forward, there is a story arc that their tellers are trying to explain, and they're being able to get back on track. And so how they're tying these stories back together, we all wondered what was going to happen with the Exo Stranger when we first met her.
Mm-hmm.
And she told us a lot of what we're witnessing and being a part of now. And the only reason I think most of us understand it the way we do is because we just went through the Saint 14 story that really taught us about how our origins in the cycle of this time continuum really is.
Mm-hmm.
That we are a part of a linear structure of decisions that are being made. Like, there is an overarching story. We still don't know what the end of this story looks like. So for us, it's completely we're experiencing the timeline actively. where everybody else is seemingly seen the interaction of these cross paths and saw what both sides of the potential were.
Well, the stranger, she's interesting because she has seen multiple versions of it, and it always kind of.
She's really no different than Osiris.
Yeah, like she's seen multiple versions of this, and she's really trusting that we're gonna get it this time. She knows you have to get this right.
Yeah, but she knows that she gave us advice in the past too, because she referenced it, where she talks about our first encounter and what she didn't know then about how it was all still gonna find a way to confront us with the darkness.
Yeah, when we first met her, she says, "Go to the Black Garden.
Yeah, destroy
pull
this.
Out a tart,
stop the darkness."
Right.
And
right.
she thought that would do it at the very beginning. She was like, "Bam, this will just knock it out." And it was, and here we are reliving essentially a section of time that she's like, "Yeah, so I was wrong about this before, and here's how things went wrong with that. But I think we can do this time."
Yeah.
But this time, instead of shutting down everything, I think we need to just kind of step into it a little bit and seize control.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I mean, I've only started reading the Dark Future lore book, where it's like, oh man, it's very dark. It definitely the worst case scenario, it looks like.
I mean, Vex Overlords is an interesting concept.
And what about Eris? Wait, is anybody
what?
The whole thing with Eris?
Yeah.
Apparently she turns evil and she aligns with Savathun in the future.
Yeah, there was everybody suspected it from the first time we met her. That this potential was there, and that she knew something different. And so Eris is still living this mystery double life that nobody really understands what's going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
How funny is Towers being rebuilt? I mean, I posted that to you guys in Slack the other day.
You did, but you know what I heard? I heard that
my timelines.
Yes. I heard that the next whenever the next Iron Banner is, it's gonna be called the quest. It's gonna be called a tower rebuilt or something like that.
What the fuck was Osiris doing in the tower the other day? Was that like a bug?
No, he's just there now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. I guess because Sagira's dead, so now he can't just go out and do whatever he's supposed to be doing.
I don't know. Sagira's not dead. I'm running around with it as my fucking ghost.
Canonically, Sagira's dead. Sagira's definitely dead.
Yeah,
they killed
trust
her
me,
in
your
that...
ghost is not having any part of that Sagira inhabitation again.
Do you guys, when you log in and get to the tower, do you go back into fucking Zavala's office to listen to more of his voicemails?
I can't say that I have been.
Oh, because every day they're different. Every day there's more and more of Osiris messaging him. It's more of the story every day.
That's awesome. I gotta check it out.
But I'm not happy with all that shit. So Osiris and fucking Saint can go sit in the corner of the tower and make out, and it's a stupid storyline. It's fucking retarded.
Why?
Because it's nothing more than being politically correct. If that was the case, and I posted into Slack to you, where was this 2 fucking seasons ago?
If you go back and read the lore book, it's actually there.
Read the lore book. Now it's part of the game, or at least it's Wait, the lore book. Who wants to play a video game and stop and read?
Wait, you don't read any of the lore?
No. When I'm fucking bored out of my mind and I have every page to the lore, I'll read them. But the fact that you give me lore, page 11, page 2, page 7, page 9, page 14, why don't you just fucking give it to me in order?
It is. Oh, because sometimes it drops out of order in the game. You know what you should do? You should go to what is that? Ishtar Collective.
Yeah.
They actually do a really good job of collecting everything
in
order so that you don't have to worry about all that.
Very familiar with Ishtar, actually. Know somebody who works in the organization. But it's just, it's nothing more than being politically correct in this time. That's exactly.
Did you read the tweet by the narrative director? Did you read what he said?
I read an entire tweet thread on it. I'm not sure exactly which one you're referring to.
So the narrative director at Bungie said that when he joined Bungie and he was going to start writing storylines for Osiris and for Saint, he said, when I read their interactions, it sounds like they're together. Like, am I right on that? And the leadership at Bungie was like, yeah, actually, that's how we've been writing it. So it's been intended that way from the beginning. The game's not about that, though, so I can understand why it wouldn't be directly in the game.
And why all of a sudden everybody just put it together and goes, oh, shit, these guys are buddies.
Yeah, but if you go back and read all their interactions and read all, like, he leaves notes for him in his ship, like he calls them my little phoenix. Like, it's been there all along, and the game's not about that, so we weren't really paying that much attention to it.
Didn't the My Little, no, that was part of the original lore.
It was.
Right, that was part of the original lore. We just found out about the notes. That was
the notes started this season. Yes, the notes started this season. But if you read in Season of the Dawn, when we met Saint 14, we had that lore book, the Pigeon and the Phoenix. It's all about both of them, and you can kind of see it there. You can kind of see it, because they're so intertwined. Like at first I was like, wow, they're very close, but then.
Team of 6, more than an org.
He dedicated himself to Sith through the sands of time to reunite himself with Saint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was also after the fire team was disbanded, broken up, and half dead.
What fire team?
So, the fire team, the original 6 that went into the vault.
The original 6 that went into the vault.
So think about it that way, and you're hearing, I'm going to search the sands of time to find. I mean, well, wouldn't you be out there trying to find your buddies who got fucking sucked off into an alternate universe somewhere?
Well, he didn't look for him in the vault. He went in the Infinite Forest. So, all right. So the story with Osiris and with Saint is not the vault.
No.
With Osiris and Saint, it's Osiris went into the Infinite Forest because he knew that there was a dark future coming or whatever. And Saint went after him because he was like, this is crazy. You can't be just going in there like that. And then he never came back, right? So then Osiris spent the rest of his days, basically, trying to find him. And he failed until we came along and we saved him.
Anybody and everybody who's ever went into the forest, we went and saved. We went and saved Cade when he got sucked into a Vex time warp. Yeah. We went in and saved Osiris when he was playing with alternate fucking timelines in the forest on Mercury. My point here is all part of the original 6 Guardians. So this whole idea of them being gay lovers or whatever the fucking case may be, you could take it any way you want. Like Thumb said, he went and searched the sands of time to find his friend. Well, yeah, because they were part of the original 6. Okay,
yeah, supposedly the bond of the Guardians, the original 6 of the fire team that went in, like the bond between them is supposed to be far greater than. And it could come off as appearing as love of that type, but it could also be,
These are my buds. I mean, if fucking Thump disappeared off the face of the earth, I'm going to start trying low to find out what the fuck happened. Same thing with Ren. If that means I got to get
Well, there are guys in the military that have platoon buddies that they are not together with, that they would do and treat things of the dimension of someone that is of that connection to them.
Yeah, I get that. But I guess in the Pigeon and the Phoenix, it's not really about the original six. It's about Osiris and Thing 14.
Right.
And
it's about these two particularly, in a very, very noticeable bond between the two of these that is kind of a little tighter than the fire team.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what that was in the Pigeon and the Phoenix. It was a recognition of these two being maybe a little closer.
Yeah, and then I'll be honest, I kind of was with you when, like, I get that, like, there are, like, military guys that, like, are very close and would, like, jump on, through fire to get to each other. But, like, recently, before they made this announcement, when they did the whole thing with Sagira dying, Osiris thinks he's gonna die, and Sagira sacrifices herself, and he starts thinking about, well, I guess I'm gonna die. Here are some things that could have happened, like he starts thinking about all these grim scenarios, like maybe it could have gone this way, maybe it could have gone that way. And then the last one is like, oh, but maybe I could have had a really happy one, and he talks about being with Saint. And I was like, wait a minute. That's what tipped me off. And I brought it up like a couple of weeks ago when I was talking to somebody about it. And they were like, what? No, that's crazy. I felt very vindicated.
Right? Like, I told y'all.
I told you. I called it.
I called it. On the head. Nailed it.
What level are you guys in the season pass?
I am 49 now, currently, I think.
Let me check.
I ran into a guy in the tower today. It was 187.
Oh, I've run into several 100s.
Streamers.
100 pluses.
I don't want to say most of them are streamers.
Oh, no. Some of these are the people who carry the streamers, that make the streamers' life easier.
Mm.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like, that's something to be said about the streamers. Like, they almost, in certain scenarios, wouldn't be capable of being where they are if it wasn't for loads of people who were more dedicated than they are.
True. I hit 82 today.
Jeez.
I don't think I'm quite there yet. I think I'm like 30 something.
All right, so you're right at the point of pulling out your duality part 2.
Right. Yeah.
Armor ain't worth shit until you hit what, level 60?
Pretty much. But it's been really, like, it really helped my struggle titan.
To bump up. I mean, the other thing, the other thing you can do is just go into your season pass, pull some shit out, throw it in the vault, bring it over to your titan, and fucking eat.
Yeah, I did some of that. I brought some of my powerful stuff along, and I knew that I was going to create a titan at one point. So I had started getting some exotic Titan stuff, like, when Zur had it, just because I knew that was going to be happening.
I am 71,202 experience into the 100,000 of rank 49 before I hit rank 50.
It's funny you say that because I am less than 3,000 away from 83 now.
Wow.
And I'm looking at my other characters.
Yeah,
and
I'm about to get my ghost.
What do you mean about to get your ghost?
That's what 50 is.
Oh.
50 is the digital cortex.
Oh, right. I don't think I pulled any of that shit out yet, to be honest. I have my 3 ghosts.
Another exotic cipher at 55.
Useless. They're useless. Thank you very much. You took away the quests from Zur, which were way more fun than what you're giving me now is go do 21 fucking strikes and here's an exotic cipher that I can't use. unless I go and fucking do the raid, the old
Yeah, you have to do the raids to get that exotic currency.
spoils.
That's really annoying. Like
Really?
I can't tell you how. Not the exotic, not the raid part, but the part that you cannot. What sucks is that you can only hold one of them. Like that's
right.
fucking stupid.
You can't even vault it.
You can't even vault it.
Yep. And for
Why
me,
not?
for me, Thump, it's absolutely pointless because there is nothing that I can take out of the kiosk that doesn't require me going into the old raid.
Really?
I have all the weapons. I have them all. So there's nothing I can't, if I want the Arbath, well, I got to go into the raid and beat some shit and get 240 spoils of conquest. Meanwhile, every chest only gives you 20.
Because they want you to beat the raid. Yeah.
You do the math. How many times you got to go in and do the fucking raid to be able to pull one weapon out of the vault or the exotic?
Yeah. Well, it's because a lot of those weapons had quests attached to them. You know that?
No, not really. I mean, they did.
They did.
Yeah, kill 600 fucking things with a weapon in the raid, and when you hit the final chest, you'll just get the weapon.
No, like what about the Uzanagi's burden? Like that
burden didn't that come out of?
I completed my first exotic cipher, so I'm what?
Yeah, you did 21 strikes. Yay! How fun was that?
Yeah, but you said in order to go into a raid.
No, for me to go to the exotic fucking kiosk and take a weapon out, I can't. I can't buy any of the weapons because I own them all.
Oh.
The only ones I don't own are the ones that are associated with raids.
Right. Yeah.
The Arbath, the what's the fucking grenade launcher that everybody says you definitely need to have now? That is the Arbath or whatever the fuck it's called. Anyway, I can't pull any of them out. I have them all. I got the Thorn. I mean, that was like the last one I grinded to get the Thorn before we went into this new season.
Yeah, same. I grinded to get a couple of things actually.
The only weapon I couldn't grind to get, even though I asked friends and counterparts for help, was the fucking Outbreak.
The Outbreak. Same. I couldn't get that one either.
Right. Now you can't get it until they bring it back. Which
unless you do like a raid and
you can't. No, what you can't. Outbreak perfected. Impossible.
It's not in the kiosk.
No, because it's in the old tower, and the old tower was long destroyed. So we have to wait for the tower to be rebuilt to make our fucking journey back over there before they bring the weapon.
Yeah, there's a lot of loops. There's a lot of loops that still have to be jumped through.
Yeah, and a lot of shit that needs to be tied together. I mean, we're going back to the tower. We know that. We've known that.
I'm very excited about that. That's gonna be so cool.
The question is, will they give us everything, including the fucking city that's attached to it? Or is it just going to be
no?
I just want to say turn fucking crossplay on. I'm tired of not having the availability.
What the hell is Shady Skis? Oh, that's fucking the Drifter. Screw you.
I don't know. I think some people are convinced that the Drifter's the new Hunter Vanguard. I don't know why.
Because he is. He has.
He's not.
He is.
He's not.
He's the stand-in right now.
Right. Exactly.
He's not at all, you guys.
Well, okay. Finish playing the game and listen to the storyline. He is.
He's okay. Fine.
Yeah, he's the stand-in.
I finished the.
He's the stand-in.
Okay, I finished the campaign and I'm doing all the other stuff. But if there's some point along the way where they say he's the Hunter Vanguard.
No, it's just the common acceptance of him just being kind of there to fill the void. There has not been a chosen Vanguard yet, but he is filling the spot. I mean, he's more influential and more involved than the day-to-day happenings than Ikora is. That's the laziest fucking Vanguard that's ever fucking existed.
Oh yeah,
that's true. She is. Yeah, I don't know what she even
Like, she
does.
doesn't even have a weekly anymore.
No, I don't understand why she just stands there. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's so weird.
It was so much better in the old game where you went to the fucking room to interact with your fucking Vanguard. Now they just stand in the tower and, I'm sorry, there's nothing new here. Or you go to Zavala and get a bunch of shit, and then you go back to him and he gives you shit you break down anyway.
Well, at least Zavala has stuff. Like,
I
you
think
can get strike bounties, you know, you can get...
Yeah,
you know,
at least he's got some kind of interaction, and then that's where the drifter fills in on the void on the other end of it, where you go and do Gambit.
But he's not, guys, he's not the Hunter Vanguard. Not at all.
Well,
not in any way, shape, or form. he's the drifter, and he has Gambit bounties, but he's not the Hunter Vanguard. Like, not in any way at all.
Okay.
Okay. It's just, I think he's not even technically a guardian.
Did you side with the drifter or did you side with the Vanguard when you made the decision?
Oh, you mean when the decisions were being made during the season of the drifter?
Right. You sided with the Vanguard.
In my hunter, I did the Vanguard. I'm sorry. On my hunter, I did the drifter, and on my warlock, I did the Vanguard. So I usually play my warlock. I definitely main my warlock, and he's always like, I think he stopped, but for a while he kept calling me a snitch. Like,
you
what?
Could choose different paths on different characters? I thought it was once and once only.
No, you could choose different paths.
I don't remember that being the case, but okay.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, that's the story of the Ace of Spades and how he becomes the Vanguard Hunter, a Hunter Vanguard.
He's definitely not that.
Okay.
And I did the quest. Like, I have the weapon and all that. He is definitely... And the Ace of Spades. Like, you get the Ace of Spades from Banshee. You don't get it from him.
It's the storyline of the whole schmeal with that. If you sided with the drifter, you got the whole story.
I did it. He does not become the Hunter Vanguard, no matter who you choose. Technically, the Hunter Vanguard is supposed to be the person that killed Cade.
Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that story is yet to fully play out.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell by how that all opened up, and that somehow with Spider's involvement in this whole scenario that, like, there's going to be some clearing of the air around Crow, and some atonement will need to be made in whatever aspect that means. If it means forcing him to the position of becoming a Vanguard and getting him away from Spider, which based on the story mission that I just highlighted for y'all about this week, he seems to have a little animosity already tinging against Spider, that he's not happy with how things are going there.
Yeah.
So it's all playing out to where this story gets told. We all have a reasonable assumption about where it's going. The real question is how do you feel about where it's going? Because me, as a hunter, and my dog, Cade 6, being murdered in cold blood by this asshole that now is hanging out in the Tangled Shore again, back at his home fucking space, you know, as far as I'm concerned. When I met him, he was in the Tangled Shore, and now here he is back there. I don't know how I feel about it. I still feel certain sort of way when I see this guy. And I almost feel like if they give me a Drifter Vanguard scenario where I get to go Spider Crow, I might just roll with Spider because fuck that guy.
You would go with Spider?
Because fuck that guy. He killed my homie.
Well, okay, but he doesn't remember he did that.
I don't know how that's my problem.
I gotta give them credit because he is so different.
Oh,
like, if you go back and watch Aldrin Sov from Destiny 1, who was like
snarky guardian hating motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like even
Names
in
on his chest in D1. Same symbol on his chest.
which symbol?
Whatever the fuck his spider symbol that's on his chest now is the exact same symbol he had in D1.
No.
No. Go look it up. Yes. The answer is yes. It's never no. It's yes.
Are you talking about that old screenshot that was running around
It's right there. It's the same one. And we knew he was a guardian anyway because he was resurrected by a ghost.
Okay, but that happened recently.
Pulled pork? No, it didn't happen in 2018.
Okay, that happened in Destiny 2. It didn't happen in Destiny 1. Yeah.
We always knew he was a guardian. The only way to get resurrected by a ghost is to be a guardian.
Well, okay. So you become a guardian. Okay, so a couple of things. You're not always a guardian. You become a guardian when you get resurrected by a ghost.
All right, what was his ghost? Pulled pork?
Well, he didn't have a ghost before. So the whole thing was pulled pork was this little ghost. Ghost
that was looking for his person.
That was looking for his person. And people used to make fun of pulled pork because he was having a really hard time finding his guardian. Like, he would scan rocks. He would scan weird stuff. Like, oh, what about under that can? And then at the end of Forsaken, he finds Uldren. And at that point, Uldren became a light bearer, right?
Uh-huh.
However, if you have been, they've been really spotty with the way that they're developing his story. But if you read the whole thing with Eva Levante around the last dawning or something like that, where there was this light bearer who people would see him and get really upset. Like, they would try and attack him, or they would start crying, or like just not want to be around him, and he didn't understand why. And the only being that like was happy to be near him and would even talk to him was his ghost. So he started wearing a helmet all the time. So even then, he wasn't really a guardian. Like, he didn't go to the tower. He didn't have anything going on with Zavala or with anyone in the tower. He is a light bearer, but he's not doing any of the guardian stuff, right?
Right.
And that's how he ended up with the spider. Like, he technically, when you talk to him, he says something like, oh, it's really good to be working with another light bearer because, like, there's no one around here who's like me. Like, he technically is still not a guardian. Like, he hasn't gone to the tower. He technically isn't even a hunter, a warlock, or a titan, or anything like that. He is a light bearer, but he works for the spider. He's not a guardian. So I think part of what needs to happen is we're going to have a storyline where he's actually going to become a guardian. And then at some point, he'll become the Vanguard.
The Vanguard Dare is exactly what you're talking about.
The Vanguard Dare.
Right.
Well, yeah.
That's exactly what you're talking about. Which leads everyone to believe that we'll find Uldren in the Cosmodrome at some point. And a lot of people think Shaw is really Uldren in disguise. I think none. Yep. I think none of that is possible because the Cosmodrome is pointless.
Well, people thought we were going to find Uldren Sov in the Cosmodrome before he turned up in the Tangled Shore.
Yeah, the Cosmodrome is pointless. I don't even know why they brought it back.
To give us that strike.
Yeah, that's a cool strike. And also, I did, what is it? A Guardian Born, like the little beginner quest.
A new light.
But there's a quest that you get when you create a new character that takes you. So a new light is actually the free-to-play version of the game. The quest that you get when you start a new character is called the Guardian Born. Right. And then it's really cool. You get to see like all the Destiny 1 stuff. You get to see the cutscene. You get to see the whole thing. You get like a little tour of the tower. To answer your question, this is the long-winded way of answering your question. I think that it's basically like just meant to be a training area for new Guardians. That's the feel I get. Because there's no other reason to be down there.
All right, so what is this understanding I'm supposed to have about Aldrin in this chess piece?
The symbol on his chest piece up here signifies his Cosmodrome, Vanguard. It's up on his right by his throat.
Yeah, I'll send you I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, because I'm looking at him standing in the Tangled Shore with his sister, and the chest plate he's wearing does have the markings of
the Vanguards, right? The double V's, I think it was.
Right. So that's actually not okay. So, all right. So I think that you guys are thinking of the image that was released a long time ago. It's like an image of like all the symbols, right?
No. Okay. Well,
I'm looking at
the one where he's flying in his ship during the entire cutscene from D1.
Oh, okay. Wait, Aldrin Sav neck? I'm gonna Google that.
It's the same symbol he has now.
This is what I'm looking at in Slack.
Okay. Did you send it? Yes, you did.
Everything's got to be a fucking video. What I wanted to do was read it.
Read what? Oh, you're...
An article. I thought it was an article, but of course you click on it and it's like, here's a YouTube video.
But yeah, so that symbol that is there, if you go to your new gear, there is new gear that is that dedicated. Like the Royal Chase Scout Rifle has that as its imagery, the coin image. The Duality also has it.
Yep. And all the new weapons have fucking maps that point somewhere on them.
With
anybody notice that?
With that symbol as well, the Blast Batatu. Corsair's Wrath has the symbol on it. I'm looking through my inventory right now as far as there's armor, which is let's see, with the Hunter it's the Nethonus Breather for the helmet. For the Warlock it is the Wild Hunt hood. They have that logo on it, and that is an image of Aldrin back from Destiny 1.
So this is interesting because I wonder if... Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, I always feel like whenever we see Aldrin, it's always a callback to the character that Aldrin was originally supposed to be. Like, you guys have heard the whole thing where in the original version of Destiny, like, you guys seen the video where he's in the Cosmodrome and you walk up to him and he goes, out here, this is how we talk. And he's like pointing a gun at you. But like, that's not part of the game. That's like part of like an earlier Destiny build that was never released, that was completely redone. So I keep wondering if the fact that that symbol is a part of his character is like a callback to that era of the development where he was originally supposed to be in the Cosmodrome.
Yes.
Yeah, but why is that symbol now ingrained into the armor and other stuff that we're getting now? A symbol from Destiny 1 that was on his chest is now a common piece of armor.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. That's interesting. I think that lends credence to the fact that he may eventually become the Hunter Vanguard.
And that's always been speculation of that um, for quite some time, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
At least on the interwebs. I mean, I don't think there's any much
I gotta
more to
disappear.
substantiate that. But all right, man. Peace out.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah.
What up?
Louis?
Uh-oh.
I'm here.
What up, Lou?
Hi.
Welcome to episode 400.
Wow. Milestone.
Yeah, man. You've been around for like a good 150 of those.
I think even more than
More
that.
than that.
Yeah, probably more
More
than
than
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I've reached my, because I think we passed my third anniversary already.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was your
this show.
Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving, Lou?
Oh, well, it was a small crowd, but we made the most of it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. No food poisoning or nothing.
Well, that's always a plus. That means the turkey was cooked right.
Well, you never know. I mean, that's usually Thanksgiving and Easter are the two most popular days for food poisoning.
That is true. That is true. And the day after Super Bowl is the day for most plumbers to get emergency phone calls.
That's true.
That's true, too. Yeah.
Especially in this state.
More plumber. Well, yeah, it's this state. Fuck this state up even more somehow. They'll figure out a way.
They will.
Yeah, what'd you guys do for Thanksgiving? What'd you do, J7?
Well, I made Thanksgiving dinner for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, I made like 6 dishes. I made turkey, I made collard greens, I made potatoes, I made cranberry sauce, what else did I make? I made like a
Stuffing.
carrot, like a not stuffing. I made a ginger like carrots dish. I made a very interesting cornbread, and I made a dessert. It was like an apple crumble cake pie kind of thing. 6 dishes total. It was only for like 3 people, but I just wanted to get it under my belt.
Three's a crowd,
Yeah, so they say. We had 9 in total for Thanksgiving.
Right under the rule, just right under the gathering.
Well, no one else would show up because we were having a memorial service for my pet turkey who died.
For your pet turkey?
Well, yeah, so that way you could have 30 people. You can only have 10 for Thanksgiving, but if it's a funeral, you can have 30. So we had a funeral for a pet turkey who died.
For Tom.
Yeah. Fuck the rules. I don't pay attention to the rules and don't care about the rules.
Was it an indoor funeral?
Yes, indoors.
Okay. Maybe you should have. Did you think about having the outdoor funeral since it was for your pet turkey, or did your turkey live indoors?
No, it's indoors. Outdoors is only in California.
Okay, so you had a turkey that lived indoors.
She don't get the joke, does she?
I do. I'm just trying to ruin it because it's lame.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. But yeah, we were supposed to have like 11 or 12, and then it wound up being only 9. No big deal. But yeah, a big spread. Turkey, mashed potatoes, sweet potato, string bean casserole, cranberry sauce, hot mushrooms, stuffed mushrooms. You fucking name it. It's like, I don't know. It's the main spread. 15 different things on the table. Cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, string bean casserole. I don't need half that shit. The stuffing. We forgot the corn, one of the vegetables. That was the only thing we forgot, I think. The only thing.
So how many dishes is that? That was like 9 dishes, right?
Yeah, 9 people, and I think we had, 11 different things to choose from on the table.
Very cool.
Spread.
It was 11. That's normal, believe it or not. In my family,
right.
It's normal. Somebody wants broccoli, somebody wants cauliflower, somebody wants corn, someone wants, yams. You want mashed potato? No, I want sweet potato. Okay, so there's mashed potato and sweet potato. So it's always Thanksgiving is usually a big fucking meal, kind of like Christmas isn't so big, but
Well, you guys don't do the Italian traditional.
No, I'm not doing the fucking
Christmas Eve, the 13 fish or 9 fish or 7 fish.
Oh,
We do.
no.
We do.
You can only do 3. You can only do 3. That's the rules. Can't do 12. That's too much congregation. You can only do 3 fish this year, as per Cuomo.
But you live in New Jersey, don't you?
Yeah, but he celebrates with his parents in
Everything
Staten
I
Island.
do is in New York.
Oh, okay.
I was born and raised in Staten Island, and I spend
I'm from Jersey.
all the holidays there on the island.
Mm,
So yeah, so I'm
okay.
quarantining for 14 days because I went over the bridge. Not. You ain't got to worry about the bridges. They ain't stopping you there yet. They're only stopping you at the tunnels.
What did you have to do? Did you have to show that you'd had a test?
I don't know what you have to do. They're not. I have no clue because they're not doing any of that here on the bridges. They're only doing it to get into New York City. Can't get into the city without something. I don't know what it is.
Oh, so it doesn't count if you're going to Staten Island?
No.
Oh.
You got to understand, Staten Island has always been the redheaded stepchild of the 5 boroughs.
It's the forgotten.
For a good reason. Yeah, for good
The ugly stepchild.
There's literally nothing there
And
except like a
Jim's
mall.
the loser.
What's there is all the rich people who live in New York are in Staten Island. If it
Really?
wasn't,
Is that where they live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Toad Hill.
Okay.
If you look it up,
So
Toad Hill.
you've never been to Toad Hill?
Yeah, she's never seen a $25 million house before.
I
Toad
have. Not in
Hill and
Staten Island,
Tottenville?
though.
Oh,
Toad
well.
Hill and Tottenville
Are you from G7?
probably per capita, dollar for dollar, the richest
see.
part of the 5 boroughs.
Yeah.
Take your property value of your apartments in Manhattan and throw it out the window. Real property, not a flat.
No.
Are you guys really asking me to look up property values in New York?
You're going to.
You can't look up property value of a high-rise building in New York. What an apartment costs that are $1.2 million.
Okay, property values per borough. This is great. Let's see.
Scarsdale, New York is the number 1 richest community home-wise. And then it's North Hills, East Hills, Lawrence, Garden City, Babylon, Larchmont, Hastings-on-the-Hudson, Monroe, and Malvernon. But these numbers are not based on income.
Okay, which borough is the wealthiest?
Median income.
It's going to tell you Manhattan Borough is because of what it costs to live in Manhattan.
Exactly. It's
the average income of Tribeca residents is $879,000, according to the latest.
The richest city in New York for 2020 is Scarsdale, with an medium income of $250,000.
That's not true. Apparently, the most expensive zip code has an average income of $879,000 and a median sale price of $3.9 million, and that is in Tribeca.
It's New York City, of course, because outside of the city, Staten Island, New York City.
So wait, you're not counting New York City? What are we counting now?
Because New York City, it costs fucking $4,000 to rent an apartment when you can get a 1-bedroom right here for fucking $800.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were like, oh, what about the real wealth? I thought we were talking about.
We were talking about real property wealth.
Right,
not living in a high rise, having an acre of land.
So we're not talking
3,000 square feet.
So how much? So are we talking about how much it costs to buy property, or just like how much the actual like space is?
No.
If you're buying property in Manhattan, and I worked in Tribeca for 10 years, so I know Tribeca.
Mm-hmm.
If you own an apartment in Tribeca, you own a flat, and it'll cost you $1 million and change. You may own a multi-floor flat, but you're living in a building of multiple apartments.
Yeah, like
if
everybody.
You're living, hold on, let me finish. If you're living in, say, Tottenville, Staten Island, or Toad Hill, Staten Island, or West Babylon, or whatever the other area that Tony mentioned, you're paying that $1.2 million and getting an acre of land and twice the amount of square footage to live in.
So you're
and
saying
you have
that you
your
get
own property.
So you're saying that you get more value per square footage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I see.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There are 83 houses for sale in Toad Hill in Staten Island. The cheapest one is 609,000. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The most expensive one that I can see so far is 5.7 million. 400, 4.3, 2.2, 1.2. Yeah, 5 point.
And it's property.
5.5.
It's not like you own.
Oh, and it's a
couple
small
floors, a couple floors in a building in Tribeca.
Okay, so the house that's $609,000 in it. By the way, they just cut the price of the house by 20 grand because obviously they can't sell it. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 1,600 square feet for 609,000.
Which isn't very big. I lived in a place that was twice that.
That's what.
Wait, how many bedrooms? That sounds hella cheap. Did you say 690,000 for 6 bedrooms?
609 for 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Now,
that's like somebody needs to jump on that. It's like super cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for it's really on Richmond Road. It's not really on the hill. It's right off the hill. This house over here, which is only 5.5 million, and unfortunately, it's only got 6 bedrooms and 8 baths. But it's also, 13,500 square feet of a house for 5.5 million. The average mean price in Toad Hill is easily like anywhere between $2.5 to $2.3 million for a house. Tottenville, every house, period, 1.6 million.
Yeah,
but people make their average income is a fucking $1 million a year.
And the thing with Toad Hill is, you drive down the hill and you get on the free ferry and you're in the financial district.
That's right. Yeah,
you're not like you're out of Manhattan. You have land, you have trees, you have a lawn that you can mow or someone can mow for you because you make that kind of money and you're living in that expensive of a house. But you're outside of the hustle and bustle of the concrete jungle.
That's right.
Where if you want to go see grass, you need to go find a park.
Right. You're in the suburbs, only 15 miles from New York City.
Well, it says the average household income in Toad Hill is about $94K.
No way. 900.
Yeah.
Nope. That's absolutely wrong. Because how are you buying a $5.5 million house if you're only making $94,000?
I don't know. This is what it says.
You can't even get a mortgage.
Yeah, but see, that number is that value number is extremely liquidated because you're talking about families that have kids that are also probably working that are bringing down the cost of living.
Yeah, but that's also.
I bet.
That's also
diluted. It's diluted by the amount of people that.
It's also including everything that's considered Toad Hill, not the hill. Toad Hill is actually very huge. I could see a house right here for $679,000 not on the hill. It's not on the hill, but it's part of Toad Hill.
So how many zip codes is Toad Hill? Because I see 1, 2, 3, 4.
304, I think it is. I think.
Okay, so this includes 1314, 1031, and one. Let's just see 04.
10314 is like by the mall, not a great area.
10304. Oh, okay. So which are the good zip codes? Because it looks like the average in that area is about $500,000, like property values.
10304.
10304.
Yep.
That's like the good one. Okay.
Yeah. 800. 1.9 million. 1.5 mil.
Okay, it looks like all these houses are selling for about $500,000. The most expensive one is about $1.7 million. It is quite large. It's apparently 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 5,500 square feet.
I got this all fucked up, these numbers. I see what you're looking at here. I mean, I'm only seeing houses. Oh, no, here's one 04, 3.6 mil. Then yet here's one 04 for 309,000. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 832 square feet for $300,000.
Yeah, that sounds very reasonable. Where are
reasonable? That's not reasonable.
Yeah.
That's not reasonable at all.
2 square feet is a fucking shed in your backyard for $309,000.
Wait, how many square feet?
800.
Oh, 800. Oh, I don't know why I thought you said something higher.
To live in Toad Hill in a fucking efficiency studio is $300,000.
Okay, but then how come I'm seeing all these other houses for
I have no idea.
That are like in the zip code that you gave me, 100304?
1030.
That are they're selling for like, I see the one you mean, the one that's like 837 square feet for like 295. But then I see like
1,100 square feet for $200,000 because Toad Hill itself is 12 square blocks of a huge piece of, I don't want to say huge because Staten Island's not that big, but a huge piece of the island. You know, where if you look at the map, Tottenville is 12 square blocks. The tip of, or the southernmost part of Staten Island. So it's like 12 square blocks. Yeah, you can buy a house for $300,000. I used to live in one over there. Or you can turn around and buy a house for $2.7 million. There are sections. It's kind of like...
I see the one that's like 1.4 million that's got like 5 bedrooms and like 3,500 square feet.
Yeah, that's about right.
It seems like they're all over the place.
Yeah, they built a community of rich homes, you know, inside of an area that was, this is not the greatest neighborhood in the world, so let's change that. And we'll build $800 million+ houses, you know, on farmland and get rid of all these fucking people who are still, you know, riding around on horses.
So can you show me one of the like really nice houses? I'm legitimately curious. I didn't realize that there was any of that outrageous wealth concentrated in Staten Island.
Okay.
Like I've seen like when you go to Connecticut and like some parts of like I've seen like the ones that have like the house and then there's like a separate house where like the help used to live.
I will send you this address for you to Google Earth or whatnot. And you can look around the neighborhood. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. That, I will not put that out here publicly.
Right.
But that is my parents' house. So that neighborhood right there, if you Google Earth it, and then just move around in a, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 block area, you'll see what I'm talking about. I can give you an address up on Toad Hill, but I think you can grab that one from what you were just looking at.
Okay, I'll take a look.
But yeah,
I'm like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like when you go to like these crazy neighborhoods where you can't believe people actually live there. Like
parts of Brooklyn where a house sells for $2.4 million in Brooklyn.
Well, they're beautiful though.
But there are sections of everywhere. But now, okay, so there is a section of Brooklyn where you could buy a $3 million house, and then you walk 2 blocks, and there's a fucking bungalow shack for $200,000. So when you take the area code, because it encompasses a huge part of that area of Brooklyn, and you do the mean on it, of course you're going to come up with, well, you know, the average price is $600,000. Yeah, but not when you narrow it down to that 15 blocks of where all the fucking rich live, where every house is 1 plus 2 plus million.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's tough to say, what's the, like Scarsboro, New York is one of the richest areas to live in, but people are only making fucking $200,000 a year there. So how is it one of the richest areas where I can go visit my parents and go to my next door neighbor who makes a fucking $1 million a year, and so does the guy across the street, and so does the guy up the block who just knocked his house down and built a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or Rumson, New Jersey. Rumson is also fucking considered part of Seabright. Is that what it is right there? It's the same zip code.
I'm not sure.
Okay, it's like my town. My zip code is South Amboy, but I live in Sayreville. But it's the same fucking zip code of when I lived in Parlin.
Seabright is considered part of Rumson.
Right, Rumson. Okay, there you go.
Rumson is the
client there. Absolutely. I worked in houses that were $2.5–3 million. But that's up on the hill.
No, not really. I mean, in main drag.
Well, okay, but the point is you come down.
That whole entire part of Monmouth County is where Monmouth County gets its wealth, and it pushes west into Colts Neck and parts of Freehold, county seat, but primarily it's like Colts Neck and Homedale and Middletown and parts of Middletown North and Seabright and Monmouth Beach and Rumson, Fairhaven,
right,
Red Bank. All those areas is very, very expensive to live.
J7, here's one up on Toad Hill, and that's on the hill. So you got two you can look at, and you don't even compare the first house to the second one because the second one is absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
Or just go to Zillow and look around.
That's always fun.
Yeah, I mean, the last one I gave you, that house is being listed on Zillow right now.
Okay, this is definitely closer to what I was thinking.
Right.
It's like close to the water, and I'm not so sure about this architecture, but I can see there was some thought there. Cool.
But yeah, so there are sections. I mean, it's hard when you look, when they said, the average mean of the town, was only $260,000. Then you look and, well, my neighbor across the street makes fucking $1 million. This guy over here on the other side of the street is making $750,000, but the average of my town is only $96,000. How do you make $96,000 and live in a $4 million house?
I don't know. That always perplexed me. Like when you look up it makes sense in Tribeca, right? Like if your average income is about $800,000 per year, that makes sense. But I don't really understand how you can have people making $93K and owning $1.2 million homes. That's
it's totally not.
That baffles my mind, that's for sure.
Not possible.
Yeah.
What's your neighborhood like, Louis? Are you in a upscale, rich neighborhood?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Medium?
Yes.
I mean, what's your what are we talking about? 3-bedroom houses surrounding you?
Well, actually, we it's 2 bedrooms. One is downstairs and one is upstairs.
Okay, split levels. I got. Okay.
Split level.
I mean, I know.
We're on the bottom floor.
I mean, not that bedrooms make a difference. I mean, I've got what? 1, 2. I got 3 bedrooms in this house, and this house ain't worth shit. If this house is worth $289,
not me.
Be lucky. But it really depends on neighborhoods and towns. I mean, I lived in Jackson, New Jersey for a while. Now Jackson's the fucking sticks. Most people around there.
Home of Great Adventure.
Right, Home of Great Adventure, and if depending on what side of Jackson, because Jackson is huge, depending on what side you live on, you've got like fucking semi-homeless, toothless people, and then you've got the filthy rich. Okay?
You got filthy rich, you just got plain filthy.
Right, exactly. You still got people chewing on straws, and y'all, how y'all doing? No, not how y'all doing, motherfucker. Get it? Yo, go get me the newspaper, bitch.
A redneck in Jersey. That's all we need. Yeah.
I moved in a section when I moved down there. Everybody was building their own houses, ground up, building them. Everybody's selling them for $500,000 or more. Then you.
Where did you say you were from?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in Murray Hill, in Manhattan.
Okay.
What did you say? Where did you say you were from? Me? Yeah. I live in Murray Hill, in Manhattan.
Yeah.
What did you say? Where did you say you were from? Me? Yeah. I live in Murray Hill, in Manhattan.
Okay, so you're kind of local like we are.
Where were you before New York City, J7?
I was born in Washington Heights.
Washington Heights?
So, yeah. So it was like not a nice area. Now it's kind of gentrified. But when I lived there when I was a kid, it was not super. It was kind of rough.
Trust me, I lived on. I lived on the wrong side of the track still.
Rednecks, no, lots of Dominicans and black and Latin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Dominican redneck. No.
I think now there might be rednecks though, like transplant rednecks.
Washington Heights is named after the fort that used to be there. It's not there anymore, right? That's long gone, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah, it's gone. It's not really there anymore.
That was part of the.
That whole area is so different. It's like every time I go, I'm like, what is happening here? Like everything is so different.
Is that over 59th Street Bridge?
No, it's Upper Manhattan.
What's the bridge that gets you right into Fort Lee from Washington Heights? From the Heights.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I know there's a bridge there.
Yeah, there is a bridge there. There's a bridge right there that takes you all the way across, but I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it takes you right into Fort Lee. I've gone over that bridge a number of times. I just can't remember the fucking name of the bridge. But
when I was in LA, I lived in.
What? When you were in what, LA?
Yeah, I lived in LA for about 2 years, I want to say. And I was in LA. I lived in Hollywood, West Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Hollywood, West Hollywood's a fun area too. I vacationed out in Cali and hung out there for a bit. Yeah, that's definitely fun. I had a great time in Cali.
Except for the smog.
The smog and the nonstop need to drive everywhere really got to me.
Oh, that traffic freeway is murder over there. Ugh.
I just
horrendous.
Like now, it's actually different. Now in LA, you have a little bit more flexibility because they've expanded the train lines a little bit, and they have done kind of like a city bike program where you can bike around more if you want. Like they've been doing things to make it a little bit more.
Like in Manhattan.
Yeah, they've been doing things to make it a little bit more so that you don't have to drive around everywhere, which is good. But when I lived there, it was about, I'm going to say 8 years ago. It was not like that. And I couldn't stand it. I love the people.
When I went to visit there 30 years ago, it was murder.
Yeah.
Well, almost 30 years.
It must have been very
that old. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine, it was very different when I went, when I was there 8 years ago, and then I went back more recently, maybe a year and a half ago, and it was very different.
I went just after the riots.
Oh my God, that must have been wild.
Well, we didn't see
have been
it was
wild.
It was. Well, by the time I was there, they were gone already with that. But, it was just a few, let's see, the riots happened in June. I went in August. So by the time I got there, at least they were done with it.
Yeah, it mellowed down a bit. And I tell you, being in involved or around riots is zero fun.
Right.
Zero.
Just go pee on somebody. That's all.
I was in the middle of the riots in Seaside that time. That was, thank God, only lasted about 6 hours. But it was no fun. It was no fun.
No. Well, just go pee on somebody. Okay, that's all.
No.
That'll show up.
Are you sure you're not R. Kelly?
R. Kelly, please.
I'm his evil twin.
He's a kid toucher.
Well, he also pees on people.
No, he likes to be peed on. I have that video. He's a kid toucher.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
If not, if
the mafia does.
If you need to be remembered, just go watch the fucking R. Kelly special.
I do not need to go watch that. I take your word for it.
The Christmas tree the Christmas tree downtown from me has blown over.
What?
From the wind? Oh, boy.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures now. It's windy as hell here today.
Done
It's
our
like,
Christmas decorations last night.
it's like 40. Thank God they didn't put the decorations on the tree yet. But yeah, they set it
Well,
up.
all our outside stuff is blown away, but we still have our tree up.
Huh.
I need to put my tree up. You know what? My tree might be Destiny themed.
Oh.
I have to go buy my tree. I haven't picked
How
one
so?
up. Destiny, the video game.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a light and dark theme, you know, where like, I don't know, I'm still conceptualizing it in my head. I gotta figure it out within the next week or so, though, for sure. Like, it could be like, you know how the Tree of Silver Wings was when you first went, and it had like that white, like shimmeriness to it, and then over time, it started to turn black. Like, I think I want to do something. I think I want to do something like that, where like there's like some light and there's some dark. I'm gonna do like a black. It's gonna be like a light and dark tree.
I like the idea.
Yeah. I'll take pictures.
I could see that. J7, did you speak Spanish at home?
Yes.
That's what I figured with Washington Heights. I mean, that's what, Little Dominican, right? Little Dominica?
Washington Heights is heavily Dominican.
But yeah, they call it Little Dominica or some shit like that's one of its nicknames. So I was curious if that was your language at home. I mean, I grew up barely speaking Italian. My grandmother spoke a lot of Italian, but it wasn't like we didn't speak Italian. You know what I mean? She just did it because she wanted us to know it and learn it, and which I did. But
it sucks because my Spanish is not as good as it should be because I don't have people to practice it with, you know. But when I was growing up, my Spanish was on point. Yeah. It was like seriously good. It was at some points better than my English. I was a true bilingual child. Like, I would only know certain things in English and only know certain things in Spanish, and totally confuse my teachers because they didn't understand. It was like a mixture of languages. And then I think when I went to high school is when my Spanish started to like slip away a little bit because there was just not enough people with whom to speak it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, growing up,
Spanglish.
I did speak Spanglish. Yeah.
Spanglish? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun kind of patois, I guess. You know? Sometimes when I go back to Washington Heights, it's just great to hear it. Just like hear people speak it. You know, it's like really cool. And then sometimes I hear like Dominican artists and how they work it into their music, or like even Latin artists. Like, do you guys like Bad Bunny?
He's not. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
He has a really cool way of working in Spanish with his like mostly English. Well, no, not really. He does both. He has like Spanglish lyrics, which I'm like, oh man, this is so cool. I love how he's doing this. You know.
True that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's wrap it up and fly out of here. Let Q do her thing over there and take us down when we're out. First week of December, that's be today, December 1st. Oh God, I got to turn this back on because it shut off. All right, so now I need a minute. Well, I guess we'll see what next week brings. A couple of topics we could be getting to is the corona vaccine rollout.
I'm very interested in how that goes.
Oh, it's not going to go very well. I'm already reading about it. It's going to go completely fucked up, and it's going to be... I wanted to talk about it now. We could talk about it Thursday or some shit before it starts to roll out and shit like that. But looks to be that what exactly I thought, my predictions are exactly what's going to happen. And I'm sorry, governors of the United States, you're all assholes, and I don't agree with you. Period. Read up on the rollout, J7. And what
it sounds like they're gonna let the governors decide how they want to do it, right?
Yeah, and they're gonna give it to the frontline workers, which is
and the elderly first.
And the elderly, which is fucking stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. We could talk about that Thursday, but it's absolutely stupid.
Okay, I'm interested in your thoughts about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be more than happy to bring my thoughts, and would love to hear others also, without a doubt, as maybe, hopefully, we can start wrapping up or beginning the wrap-ups of this fucking virus bullshit in this country and start to get back to normal.
Oh, just wait until the vaccine makes people sick and no one goes and gets it.
It makes
I'm so worried about that.
3 days worth.
So worried.
I want to see the efficacy of it before I even remotely go and sign up. For it.
Well, as long as
I mean,
as long as you're not getting the Pfizer one, the efficacy is dynamite.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like no one here would even be on the list to get it until May. Anyway.
My girlfriend.
She's
your girlfriend.
She's a frontline worker.
Yeah, she would.
Okay.
We'll definitely talk about this Thursday without a doubt. All right, 8-Bit Bros. Lou, thanks for joining us for episode 400.
You got 400. Wow. And here's the 400 more.
Yeah, we'll see about that. That's for sure. All right, 8-Bit Bros, Tuesday early edition. Peace out.
Later.